Hey everyone, welcome to Commentary Central. My name is Jared and I'm with my cohort.
Andrew.
And today we're watching the 2005 movie Sahara. Now, you may be wondering why we're doing a commentary on this, considering it was a long time ago and it's a movie probably no one remembers, but I'll let Andrew answer that question.
Basically because there's nothing opening next week. Well, we try to correspond our commentaries based on what's opening, sort of like that. But since there's nothing opening except King Arthur, in which I don't even know what to do with that movie.
I actually hear it's not bad, so hopefully it'll be
So,
alright.
I was just thinking, I was like, you know what, I don't want to watch a bad movie. Don't really want to watch a really good movie either. Let's watch like an underrated movie because I have really fond memories of this movie. I actually own it, and I've watched it several times since then. But for some reason, when you start talking over a movie, sometimes it'll fall apart. So we'll just have to wait and see what
Yeah.
happens.
I mean, I've seen this movie a few times, and I gotta say, it's not a bad movie. It's a serviceable little action movie. I consider it on par with a movie like National Treasure or something like that. It's just a fun little action movie that you can sit back and enjoy for a couple hours.
And it's Matthew McConaughey.
The McConaughey's.
So okay, so here we go. We're gonna go in 3, 2, 1, and play.
All right, all right, all right.
Tense, thrilling theme playing.
Okay, we see the stars descending on the Paramount logo. One swish past screen. So you can sync up here. There's the full Paramount logo. Fade to black. And then another logo with a... Is that a wolf?
I have no idea what this is.
Kind of looks like a unicorn for a half second.
Bristol Bay.
They were probably bought out by someone. And there's the coin
Probably.
in the hand. Okay, we're good.
The Confederates.
The Civil War. American Civil War for any international viewers.
The end of the Civil War.
If I'm not mistaken, this still is like the bloodiest conflict America ever fought in, like in terms of our casualties.
Wonder what's in the box.
Little bit of gold, perhaps.
What?
I was quoting a line from another movie.
Okay.
You know, I gotta say, the southern accents aren't terrible.
Is this what ironclads really look like?
I believe so.
See, I don't know, because I know you're more of a history person than I.
I believe it is. This one may be a little more advanced, perhaps.
Yeah.
You know, there's been a lot of good Civil War movies, but I don't know if there's ever been a definitive one like there has been for like World War II. It's World War II. You've got movies like Schindler's List, Saving Private Ryan, movies like that. People can say, you know, I want to watch a World War II movie. You go watch these like list of 4 or 5 movies, and they're like the definitive ones. There's, like I said, there's been a lot of good Civil War movies, but I don't know if there's been like a definitive one.
We'll see, but mostly, I think the problem is all Civil War movies are pretty much based around Abraham Lincoln.
That's
which
true.
is not an issue, but
there were other parts.
Yeah.
I hear the movie Gods and Generals is pretty good. I've never actually... I think I've seen bits and pieces.
Gods and Generals. I don't even know if I've heard of it.
But, yeah. Like I said, Abraham Lincoln was a huge part of Civil War, obviously.
Yeah.
But I'd like to see a movie that's more about the soldiers and what they're going through. And I'm sure they're out there.
I mean, I know there was that movie Free State of Jones. with McConaughey, which I had high hopes for, but I didn't hear very good things about it.
From what I heard, it was pretty good history, but it was a very boring movie.
Now, my only question is the one of the arguments that's consistent in this movie is that could never make it across the Atlantic Ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that so impossible to believe?
Probably just the fuel required to do it.
Well, but I mean, even then, you could get somewhere with it.
You get somewhere, but like probably the furthest you could get would be in the kind of Bahamas and islands down there, if you were really trying to go in terms of going far. Just because, like, I'm pretty sure that sucker ran off steam or coal or whatever it actually ran off of, and there's no way you could pack enough in there to get across the Atlantic Ocean. Even back in the day, they had to depend on the wind and the ocean currents. And that sucker's too heavy to really depend on wind.
I like this opening. I miss
It's not
the
bad.
old-fashioned opening. It's not really old-fashioned, but
You know, I gotta say, the Photoshop in these photos isn't too bad. Normally, it's pretty terrible in movies like these.
that one's a little overdone.
Eh. USA Today. Is that the Titanic?
I don't know. I was looking at something else. Delroy Lindo.
William H. Macy.
Bill Clinton.
That's probably a crap ton of money just sitting in that sink right there.
Probably. I guess this is technically on their boat, maybe.
I guess.
Oh yeah, there it is, right there.
Yeah.
So,
Look at those 2005 computers. Gotta say, this is some really good camera work.
yeah. Hmm.
Is that an air traffic control tower in the distance?
Could possibly be. Since, it's 2005. They existed.
That would be a very interesting city to live in. Because, like, man, that is some serious lack of color around there.
WHO.
World Health Organization. The WHO. Those children smiling and waving. She just stares back coldly.
Yes. So those children weren't really there.
They probably cut that in the editing room and just left.
Yep.
Breck Eisner.
I've never heard of him before.
No.
Maybe over 50. That's not good.
I really don't know what consists of good or bad blood pressure. You know, this could have turned into a zombie movie very easily.
Mm-hmm.
Because right there is patient zero.
Well, if you look at it, it sort of is, but not really,
Yeah.
because they're all dying of water poisoning.
That would actually be a pretty good twist on a zombie story, having it be like due to like radiation and nuclear waste is what turns people into zombies instead of a virus.
That's true. You, yeah, if you
And
did
it
if you did it right.
and it changes the chemicals in your brain.
Well, that or yeah, I mean, and well, what's it called? It would be more relevant than what most zombie movies are.
True.
Let's do it.
Let me tell you though, Penelope Cruz in this movie looks a lot different. I mean, I know it's kind of her hairstyle and everything like that, but she looks a lot different in this movie than she normally does.
I mean, it was 12 years ago too.
That's true. That's true.
McConaughey looks a lot different too.
Yeah. He looks a lot more angular these days.
Yeah.
Because he went through that period where, like, he was the buff dude who always took his shirt off in movies. And then he kind of went to that semi-buff dude. And then he went to the really thin dude. And now he's, like, somewhere in between.
That's true.
There he is. And there's their vehicle going to the lighthouse.
I don't know. I will say though, this movie is full of just conveniences and right time, right places.
Yeah.
But I like it because I kind of like movies like that if they don't take themselves too seriously.
Yeah.
It's like, and once again, that's, I guess, I don't know, still one of the reasons why I still like Doctor Who.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know what? Yeah, he's going to save the day in the last 10 seconds. A lot of people get ticked by that, but I'm like, you know what? I like it. Because they don't take it too seriously. Run.
And maybe it does. Wouldn't you run to the vehicle?
Well, she was already at the vehicle.
I know, but like you had knocked him down, hop in, just jet off.
Oh, you saw
Or at least over to those guys.
No one have a knife or something? Oh, there he is. Okay, he's got one, doesn't he? There it is. Oh, wow.
That would hurt. Gosh. Listen to those sound effects. Love how he has like no problem just killing that dude. She has an eye wart like Christian Bale.
What? Wait, I didn't even notice it.
It's not as pronounced, but it's there.
I'm sure we'll get another face shot eventually.
It's on her left eye. Left eye near the nose. I mean, she's a stunningly beautiful woman, so I'm not like trying to point out the imperfections.
I
It's
see
just
it. No, it's okay. It's okay. It's the risk you take when you go to Hollywood.
yeah, that's true.
Everyone's gonna be staring at you. I can buy McConaughey in the Navy, but
Not this guy.
he totally rode on McConaughey's coattail.
Yeah, was he in anything after this?
I mean, I don't know his full film history, but I know he played the dad in all those Diary of the Wimpy Kid movies.
Really?
Yeah. which I've never seen any of them, but I do know that from the trailers. It's that guy.
Wait a minute. Is that the dude from The Office?
Yep. That's what, yeah. That's why I said that guy. I don't know his name. I just know he's from The Office.
And William H. Macy.
From Jurassic Park 3.
He went William H. Macy, like, he's one of those actors, he had, like, a strange thing happen to him in the mid-2000s. Like, this isn't a bad movie, in my opinion, but he did, like, this movie, he did Jurassic Park 3, he did, Wild Hogs, movies like that. It's in surprisingly good condition for being 700 years old.
Yeah. Getting a little close. They still got to get it all cleaned up and all the stuff off of it.
Well, the museum might do that. They just maybe deliver it. Plus, you wouldn't want to accidentally break something off. Never mind. You know, I just gotta point out once, William H. Macy's beard is pretty fantastic.
Is it real? Is the question.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say yes.
I don't know. I can't make that call yet. I will say this: McConaughey's a little orange. I mean, I know. He looks, I mean, you know, yeah, he's outdoors and all this stuff, but that spray tan kind of went a little wrong, in my opinion. Especially later on, I think there's a better shot, especially when he's like in his suit or whatever.
It could be that, or it could be the color grading in the movie.
True, dude. Something went wrong.
Because this movie has a very dusty yellow-orange tint to it, so... It's the bad guy. Spoiler.
And he was he was that one, whatever from Matrix Reloaded. Not Reloaded. Yeah, it is Reloaded.
I haven't seen that movie in so long, dude.
He was the one that they had to go to. No, it's Revolution. Whatever. He's the one they had to go see to get Neo out of the train station or whatever that was.
If he hasn't done it already, the dude needs to be in a James Bond movie because he looks like he would fit in being a maybe underboss for the villain.
There's, yeah. Well, I mean, there's still a chance. I don't know what he's done since then. I like that he turns his back so he technically never saw anything.
Exactly.
Nice little touch. Burn. Oh, man.
Them white teeth. Freshly painted.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know. I wonder why they do that. I still think the worst offender is Ben Affleck in Armageddon.
Yeah.
Those are the widest teeth in the history of any movie ever. I'm pretty
And
sure they put a shine on them
it's even worse whenever
digitally.
it's even worse whenever they're like caked with dirt or whatever after battle and they smile and it's just like these gleaming white perfect teeth.
Exactly.
I would also mention like people's hair after they like get in a fight or something. 9 times out of 10 it cuts away and then when it cuts back their hair is perfectly formed again. But that's always been like that in movies.
Exposition.
Oh yeah.
And he's the bad guy, but he doesn't want to kill him unless he has to.
Whenever whenever in movies a character holds something shiny like they're holding those glasses and stuff, I do my best to look in the reflection and see if I can see the camera crew. Nowadays I think they're really good at catching that stuff, but there's some older movies where you can really see it.
I've never thought about that. It's genius. I'm gonna do it forever now.
The show Burn Notice, you can find it on Netflix, and I think like the first episode there's this one wearing these earrings. If you look at the earrings you can see the boom pole.
I'm looking. There's nothing shiny.
Yeah. You have to wait until they're like near windows or glass or something like that. Most of the time, like I said, they're pretty good about not doing that, but you can catch them occasionally. And very rarely, if it's like a television show, you can see like crew members like the very edge of their shoulder at the edge of the frame.
Yeah.
That right there is probably worth $10,000. Just that single coin, maybe more.
Possibly, but they're historians. They just want to find it for the.
Forget that. I got student debts to pay off, man.
Oh no, I don't talk about these people. They just want, it's that weird.
That is by the way, sorry. The dude in the hat, Steve Zahn, I don't know what his name is. That is the ugliest tie I've ever seen in my life.
Well, they don't do these things, but only when they have to.
I know, but the production designer should be appalled.
No, I think.
Well, why did I say production designer? Costumes.
Oh, but I still think it just goes along with the characterization.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
They're just kind of a loosey-goosey kind of guys who just do it because they have to.
Did you just say loosey-goosey?
Yes, I did, and I'm not ashamed of it. I think they shot this movie in Morocco, Spain, and
Sounds about right.
somewhere else.
At least he's honest. Gotta say though, I really want McConaughey to shave that goatee.
Does he even have a goatee?
Did you not see that mustache
I
and the
saw
soul
the
patch?
mustache. I didn't see a soul patch.
Yeah, he's got a soul patch and a little piece on his chin.
Hey, it's that guy.
Someone just walks up, dude, it's like 150 degrees out here.
Hey, but apparently that helps. That helps somehow. I don't understand the science of it, but apparently it
Niger
helps.
River. The mare's crocodile waters.
I love this part right here for some reason. He shows her how to drive the boats, and then he just leaves. Hey, that's genius right there.
Sudden change of clothes.
Well, it's in a lapse of time. We don't know how long. Apparently, they've
At
been on the
most
boat.
hours.
Well, they could have been on this boat for 8 days.
Doubtful.
They've all changed clothes. Diving. See, I don't like water in general, so I would never go diving. So,
I'd like to try it sometime. I've never really been.
like,
Unless you count the bottom of a swimming pool.
It's 2017. I'll just watch National Geographic. That's all they do is film stuff underwater.
Just go hang out with James Cameron a bit.
I did watch like a documentary a while back that was on Netflix. I don't think it is anymore. Where it was him trying to go the deepest depth of everyone than any human being ever before.
Yeah.
And he did make it finally. That dude's, I mean, if you look at that guy, I don't know if he's eccentric or a genius or what he is. Because, like, on that dive, he not only broke that record, but he discovered, like, so many new species. And, like, he's discovered, like, hundreds of new species in the ocean. And also, he has directed the 2 most highest grossing films of all time. So I don't know what to make of him.
Well, we can definitely say he's successful.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Talk about fresh fish.
No, only problem is we come to find out later there's red algae growing in these waters. So just like, maybe don't want to eat that, but
Depends, are they upstream or downstream?
I really don't know.
Because if they were upstream head downstream, should be okay.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and get to that point. I don't remember. I just remember that that's another like plot point in the movie.
The coin.
There's bound to be some wood in there. They left out from Virginia. And they had to get to, where we at? Lagos?
Yeah. I mean, look, that's a pretty far jump.
Yeah, I don't know.
Even if it was a huge hurricane or storm, I mean, it would push them pretty far. Let me put it this way. I'm not going to say it's impossible, but the improbability is super high.
Dude loves water. We wouldn't get along.
The question is, or at least what I would ask him is, what are you doing that for?
I just know me and him wouldn't get along.
What?
Dirk.
Dirk, okay.
Because he likes water. I like a couple of those metal crates. because they seem to stack very nice, and you could just tie them down really easily.
True.
He just invites himself to her house.
Yeah, he does.
She's a doctorate who.
This is true. And so was Peter Capaldi in the movie World War Z before he became Doctor Who.
Mm-hmm.
Well played.
I doubt they knew that, really. Because they keep that stuff under wraps. I doubt they're going to tell the director of...
It was probably just a happy convenience.
Yeah.
Or happy coincidence is what I'm looking for. He's asking for the check and he has that much food in front of him.
Yeah. Wait. Is it gone?
No, it's still there.
Well, maybe it wasn't as good,
I have heard in certain countries, man, you just don't order anything green because they do not wash their vegetables.
I've heard those stories too. Like when you go, you don't drink the water either.
You drink Coca-Cola,
Yep.
which is everywhere, or juice or something like that.
Exactly. Yeah, I forget. This one dude went somewhere. He's like, "Yeah, I just drank Coke the whole time I was there, just to be sure."
I think it was Steven Spielberg. We talked about this in our Raiders commentary. Like everybody who went to Egypt got sick, except him because he brought his own supply of SpaghettiOs or something. He just lived off that.
Okay. Yeah, I remember that. That would feel amazing. I like dirt and feet. Or dirt on my feet, I should say.
That is a mosque.
Yes, it is. Because they keep history, apparently. Good thing he can speak Arabic, too. But really, he would know how to do that,
Guy like him in this movie, yeah.
Name's Dark. Why is he shocked at us there when I'm looking for a boat? Oh my gosh.
What is this Boat of which you speak?
Well, that is true. It is kind of a desert. But you think he's probably seen at least one boat in his lifetime?
You imagine living in the middle of a dry arid place, the only water you ever knew came out of wells, and you didn't know what an ocean was? How bad would that freak you out if you just saw it without any knowledge of it?
That is true. I don't know, that's actually something interesting to think about. People who are especially in the central Sahara of Africa.
Yeah.
Have they ever seen that much water before in their life? Probably not.
I'm even thinking someone who's scarcely even seen a creek or a river,
Well, that's true too.
Like, just automatically plop them down in front of the ocean and say, look at that. He looks like an actor that's been in other stuff before. Can't place him, though.
So they were downriver, and now they're going upriver.
So, yeah, if there's sickness upriver, you're kind of right. It'd be bad. Unless, of course, that river had like a lot of different offsets and there wasn't a lot leaking into it. It's mostly groundwater.
I mean, I'm sure a little red algae wouldn't kill you immediately. I don't know. Once again, it's just one of those things.
Here's the thing about Sweet Home Alabama. I think it was Tim Hawkins who said this, and it's true. You can go anywhere in the world and everyone knows that song.
Mm-hmm.
Go to like the middle of Iran and they'll know exactly what that song is.
That is true. Ominous theme playing.
It's possible it may not have migrated that far downriver yet because they were quite a ways down.
That's true.
Wait a minute. Okay, I'll wait till we get there because I had an epiphany. If it turns out to be true.
This dude coming up here.
The general?
Yeah. I always mistake him for Forrest Whitaker for some reason, but it's not. I don't know why, but I'm always like, it's Forrest Whitaker. But it's not. It's I forget the actor's name. He's done other things.
You confuse him for Forrest Whitaker?
Mm-hmm.
Looks a little bit like Don Cheadle.
Oh, okay. So he's the dad from The Walking Dead.
Is he?
Not the. I think he is. You know, the dad who first finds Rick outside his house and like
Is he the one who has to like snipe his wife?
Yeah. I don't know if he ever. Well, I literally don't watch Walking Dead. I think I watched season 1 and then I was bored after that. So yeah, that's who he is. Lenny James. And that, oh no.
What?
I got in the photos somehow. Oh, I just want to see what the British dude's name is. Lambert Wilson. Good old buddy Lambert. Paris. He's from Paris.
Pelly?
Mm-hmm. So he's French. But they're just playing I Spy. Uh-oh. Dino. I love that.
Actually, was a really smart idea. I just don't know if a speedboat could take off quite that fast, as big as that one is.
That's true. Okay. Sure, why not?
I don't think this director knows how to do action all that well.
I mean, I don't know. In all honesty, action, it's hard to find good action anywhere, even still in today's movies.
I mean, I think it's gotten a lot better. Then again, things are a lot more action oriented. But I think people have realized you actually need good choreography because, like you said, action can be really difficult to film and it's very challenging for the actors.
There's like 7 cuts just in for that one arm bar.
Yeah, and like, I hope people learn from.
Oh my goodness! Did you see those cuts?
Yeah.
I'm like counting the cuts, and it's amazing when you actually cut it.
I hope people learn from movies though, and no one ever repeats a Quantum of Solace ever again.
I've literally only watched that movie one time.
Like that is, I'm not like putting down anyone who worked on that film, but that is the worst edited movie I've ever seen in my life. Big budget wise, it is the worst edited film I've ever seen.
Once again, I watched it once. I don't remember.
It's horrendously bad. And I think if that movie had been edited better, it would have made it a much better movie. At least you could have enjoyed the action. Why do they only pack like 2 flares with a flare gun?
That is a great question.
I mean, are they super expensive?
I don't know. Because that is true. Like every movie where they're stranded on an island, they've only got
Like 1 or 2 flares.
Exactly.
That was actually a pretty good stunt. Did that guy ever reload?
I don't know. I don't think so. I love how he can't get on.
Yeah.
He's like been doing all this stuff and he can't climb a rail.
He's a little tired. That probably would have killed him.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just a seat.
Yeah. Luckily, everything is bulletproof.
Bullets are. Oh, well, never mind.
Oh, that guy in the back. He's like, what?
Yeah.
What can I do about it?
We just killed all those people on the shore just then.
Well, yeah, that guy did.
Oh, nobody kind of went.
If I'm going out with a cigar, by golly. The timing required for this is insane.
And I just noticed something really, a nice little touch. Before he jumped out of the boat, he actually grabbed a map. Dirk did.
Awesome.
In which I've always wondered why he had a map of Africa in the next scene. I was like, well, does he just carry that around with him? It's a nice touch. It's the greatest movie of all time.
You've said that at pretty much every movie except Man of Steel that we have done.
You will, for reasons.
That's a nice shot right there, though.
See, there it is, the map.
Love how they're stealing this person's stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, folks.
See, I like this. I agree. I'm a fan of pass fail. I believe in learning under fire, under pressure. That's how I like to learn.
Depends on what it is, though.
For me, that's the only way to learn.
Matthew McConaughey does something in this movie that I think is absolutely fantastic, and I'll point it out when we get there.
Okay.
You have an idea what it is?
Not right off the top of my head right now. So.
Okay. I'll point it out. Because it's very inventive, and it's something, as a child, you've always wanted to try and do, but you never, could do it unless you lived in Arabia.
Oh, okay. Okay, I remember now. The camel thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll point it out.
I'm surprised they get away with that.
I know.
That would never happen in today's world.
Well, they could. They just have to CGI the camel.
Exactly.
For those of you who don't know, it's whenever he jumps and swings on the camel's neck to kick a dude. It's fantastic.
We're back into that zombie movie again.
Pretty much.
Actually, you know what? Set the zombie movie in Saharan Africa.
Well, let's just say Resident Evil 5, the video game, did that, and they got some serious backlash for that.
Whatever. I don't care. People.
Of course, there were other reasons for that, but still.
I don't know. My problem with zombie movies is they're boring. Well, just zombies in general. They're boring. I like zombie stuff when it first happens, and the fall of society, which we've never actually ever seen.
World War Z.
Well, it's not a, it's an okay movie, but it's not what I'm looking for.
I'm telling you, man, go read the book. Like, the movie's alright, the book's pretty great. How'd we get on World War Z? We'll have to do a commentary of that sometime.
Because you opened up the very first shot of this movie. Well, not the first shot, but you're like, you know what? This could be a zombie movie. And then they were in the middle of the desert in these creepy, empty houses with flashlights. I was like, and then I was just like, you know what? We're back in the zombie movie again.
Actually, the movie you're looking for, zombie-wise, that you want out of that, you're looking for like 28 Days Later.
Isn't that a whole series?
28 Days Later and then 28 Weeks Later. I don't think there's a third one. I think there was talk of it, but it just never happened.
Not even hidden that well. Glow sticks. I don't know. I love glow sticks. I have no clue what their purpose is in life, but they're still cool.
I'm assuming something like what they're using it for. That would be probably what it's used for.
I know, but what other... I don't...
That's a really bad idea right there. The way they're harnessing her.
It's just kind of a...
Because it's not around her legs, and they fixed it just now. It's around her hips, but it was around like her stomach and waist. That was a really bad idea.
But at least they have I don't know what it's called in climbing. The dude's holding it, and he's got it ran around a rock or something somewhere up there.
It's ran around dude right there.
No, in the earlier shot, it's around him, then it's wrapped around something, and then back around this way.
Okay, yeah. Soon we'll be taking a trip to a certain country, and we'll get to see some camels.
Camels.
We won't tell you where because of privacy reasons, but
camels.
There will be camels, more than likely.
Just hope I don't have to punch a camel in the face.
You won't. They may spit at your face, but...
Oh, that is instigation. I have a right to slug it right in the face.
Actually, you're not going to be under the United States Constitution, so you got to remember, you got to follow their laws.
I mean, is there a law against punching camels?
I'm pretty sure.
What, really?
Damaging property.
I might have to look that up. I may not come back. You may have to continue with that one. Maybe I may get into some trouble and take me a while to get back.
We could probably work it out. Cool helicopter. Bet we won't see that again.
What? No, we'll see it.
I know, I'm joking.
Yeah, it's like pretty much
the finale.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that he could buy bullets out of London.
Well, you know,
Yeah.
how did terrorists get what they get?
Are you implying that companies in England sell arms to terrorists?
Well, not only in England, but wait, is he saying the bullets are 27 pounds each?
Yeah.
And I mean, I know it's not weight 27 pounds.
Yeah.
Are these silver bullets?
They're special size, so.
Oh.
You only had to shoot once, dude.
Yeah, I know. 27 pounds each. We just told the story.
Then again, he is a little dictator, so.
That's true. He's trying to overcompensate.
Sad part is, Africa is full of warlords.
Mm-hmm.
I doubt most of them are that rich to afford like a helicopter and specialized stuff like that, but
At least they're not completely inept. They do check the whale out.
yeah. Thankfully, they're speaking English so she knows exactly what they're saying to cover.
That is true. Oh.
This was a good tense moment.
Now they're speaking African again.
I do like that he actually checked to make sure it was loaded. He was in the Navy, so.
Yeah. Like I said, if you look at this movie too close, there's some continuity issues.
I gotta admit, though, the action's not as bad as what I thought it was. I think it was just that first fight scene. It was from, like, her point of view from being disoriented.
Yeah.
There are a lot of cuts, but...
Like, it's coming up with the sniper or whatever. I don't understand. Like...
Why you couldn't have just turned and shot right there?
Well, no, not that. It'll be here in a minute. And I don't even know if it's continuity. It's, well, it'll be here in a minute.
Oh, is this it?
Yep.
Yes, it is.
Again, that would never happen today.
No.
See, like, how did he get behind him when he was running straight towards him?
The sniper got up and moved.
Well, I know, but he's still running directly ahead. Once again, I don't think that's continuity. It's just...
There may have been a deleted, like, story beat or something that they cut out.
Shoot him. Good thing he paused.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
She was a very good climber to get out of there without any rope, because remember they pulled it up and like looked at it. So
yeah, but once again, it was a nice little touch. They did show that there were roots all the way down.
Did they? Okay.
I mean, at least near the top. I mean, yeah, she did get out of there pretty quick. She didn't even need the rope. She could have got up and she could have probably got down there. Well, I know she could have got down there faster. Just jump.
I will say that fight scene was something out of like an Uncharted game, though.
Well, I was saving it to the very end of the movie, but since
I'm
you said
sorry.
that,
This is like an Uncharted.
this is the best Uncharted movie I think we will ever have.
You know something? You are not wrong. I never thought about that.
I was going to save that for the end credits, but since you brought it up, I totally believe this is the best Uncharted movie we will ever hope to get.
I won't completely say yes to that. I believe it's what an Uncharted movie should be.
Once again, I think me and you probably differ on the whole video game to movie thing.
Mm-hmm.
Me personally, I don't think it should be a thing. I don't. I think movies and video games should stay separate, just because they are, to me, extremely different. And also another issue. The only reason I would want to see a video game adaptation of Uncharted is for the cutscenes. That's literally the only thing I want to see.
You mean a movie adaptation?
Well, whatever.
Yeah.
I just like the cutscenes. Those are the only things I would want to see in live action. But then you just be doing a complete rip off. So I'm just like, you know what? I don't care if they ever figure out the video game genre or not, because once again, that's my problem.
I don't know. There are certain ideas I really want to see in live action movie form, like Halo. I want a Halo movie so bad. That'd be so awesome. But it's getting people's butts in seats in theaters. And I think Halo is one of the few properties you could do it with, but I don't know if Microsoft just wants to put up, $200 million to make a Halo movie. And I don't necessarily blame them, considering this current state of video game movies.
Well, yeah. Like I said, once again, the only reason I don't want it, like I said, I would only want an Uncharted movie if it was exactly like the video games. And that's where I think me and you differ a lot. But once again, and so I just want to see that in live action, and they never do that. They try to make this weird story and cram in, 12 hours of gameplay into a 2-hour movie.
Like,
just give me all the cutscenes in live action form.
We'll have to do a commentary on it sometime, but like the movie Warcraft, I actually like that movie. It just needed to be about 30 minutes longer for what they wanted to do with it. It just felt like it was a little too fast-paced and choppily edited. They really need to extend it some more, and yeah.
But, yeah, I didn't hate it. My only problem is I know zero about Warcraft, so I don't know if that hurts or helps. I think it would have to help. Because every other video game movie, I've technically played the video game, and I don't know if I'm sure that adds to it, sort of.
To be fair, this locale right here looks like it could be out of Mad Max. Another movie we'll have to do a commentary on soon. So many movies, so many commentaries, so little time.
Mad Max Fury Road. I'll go ahead and say it. I think it's overrated, but we'll still do a commentary for it.
You can't see the look I'm giving him, audience, but it's quite fierce, I can assure you.
It is. Sorry.
It's one of the best action movies in the past 20 years.
If you say so. Anyway. More children.
Children.
Does she ignore them again? Where's she at? There she is.
And she does.
She's still ignoring the children. Worst human being ever.
But yeah, you're not wrong. This is really what an Uncharted movie should be. Good job. Is that a hot dog weenie?
I doubt it. Or well, I don't know.
It kind of looks like it.
carrot.
I think it's carrot.
I don't think it's a sausage.
It would probably be a sausage before it'd be a carrot, though.
But he's cutting like a carrot right there.
Are you sure it's a carrot?
It's a big orange long thing, so that kind of narrows down your options.
Could be a yam.
That is true.
That's a really cool looking city, though.
Yeah. It's amazing how they haven't been found yet. He's got helicopters.
Only one.
Is there only one?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's only one, isn't there? I thought there was like 3 of them, but you're right. Red.
That's a quick result.
Red means dead.
And blue? Glue.
Mm-hmm.
Another movie we'll have to commentary on. Gosh. We need to book a Saturday sometime and just watch like 5 movies. Just do commentaries.
Don't know if I can. I'd run out after like 3.
Okay, then we'll do 3.
Well, okay.
Is that Ving Rhames?
No.
That was the epiphany I had earlier.
What?
That I thought Ving Rhames was in this movie.
Oh,
Is that character? And I was like, wait a minute, is that Ving Rhames? And then, no, it's not. Okay. Sure you are. Man, that's a nice beard.
It's really good extras.
Yeah.
None of them like look directly at the camera.
Yeah, you're right.
I've been trying to catch one dude just
That one
staring.
dude just kind of did. He didn't look at it, but he looked to the side of it.
That one. It was him.
Yeah.
The very last shot. He ruined it. It's that one.
It's amazing when you think about it how many AK-47s are in the world, according to movies.
That's true. It's literally the only gun that exists in the movie universe.
To be fair, though, it's a finely engineered weapon that will work in a lot of different circumstances. You could probably run over it with a tank and you could pick it up and fire it. From what I hear, anyway. I've never actually shot one, although I'd really love to. Shot a lot of other weapons, just not a AK-47. An Ashnikov. In what year was it developed?
1962.
1947. AK-47.
Close.
There's also an AK-74, which was like a update to it.
Really got creative with that one. Hey, that is difficult.
Yes, it is.
I used to play soccer and I never could do that at all.
Remember in elementary school one time we had this substitute teacher. He was a really cool dude. and we were in gym, and we were playing soccer, and like he threw it up in the air and like did that move where his back was to the goal and like fell backwards and kicked it and knocked it into the goal, and like it was the coolest thing we'd ever seen back then.
Oh, okay. Bicycle kick.
Kinda. He like fell on his back on the ground and like kicked the ball while he was falling backwards over him. Yeah.
Bicycle kick.
I don't watch soccer, so I don't know what it's called.
Once again, he accidentally kicked a soccer ball. It rolled into a cave that just happens to have everything they need in it.
That's
Once
true.
again, it works entirely. It's Uncharted. Uncharted. What's the dude's name?
Nathan Drake.
Yeah, that's it. Nathan Drake. He's
Really, if you combine Matthew McConaughey's character with the other guy, I still can't remember his name. If you combine their characters, that would kind of be Nathan Drake. If you had his sarcasm with Matthew McConaughey's kind of
that is
charm.
true. When did Uncharted, the first one, come out?
2007, I believe.
Okay.
And the second one was 2009, the third one 2011, and the fourth one 2016.
Okay. Like I said, yeah, I'm not a gamer, but I did play all those.
They're fantastic games.
And I beat all those, which are maybe the only 4 video games I've ever beat in my life.
Man, look at those old computer screens.
How do you miss that?
I guess it's technically feasible that they were headed east with that boat. The storm came, maybe they ran out of food and all died, and then like the currents carried it in.
Yeah, I don't think any of them made it alive.
That's technically feasible, but here's the thing you have to remember. They made it like there. Unless like that storm caused the river to run backwards, rivers run out into the ocean. Well, actually, no, it is possible because
Doesn't
no,
the Nile River run backwards?
well,
Or is it the Amazon River? Can't remember.
I was right in my first point because yeah, the river will eventually run to the ocean. The Nile River, where it starts in Egypt, at the top of Egypt, that's actually the end of it.
So yeah, it was heading that way.
Yeah, it flows that way.
It's
Flows out to the Mediterranean.
It's feasible. We've come to the conclusion.
No, that means it's not because it's flowing out to sea instead of inland.
What? It is flowing inland.
No, the Nile River.
They're in Lagos down here. Egypt's up there.
Nile River doesn't connect over to that. And even if it did, the Nile River flows upwards technically into the Mediterranean.
Oh no, but you're still flowing through the interior.
Interior, but if they were in the Atlantic, how'd they get up there? Like I said, unless a storm caused the river to run backwards, which is possible.
And there's apparently water underground. Well, I mean, there is.
That is a darn good scope, let me tell you, for being that far out.
Exactly.
My gosh! For a scope that far out, for a scope to be that good, it would be like 3 times that size.
Yeah. So I can't remember. So is this just a giant insurance scheme? I can't remember.
I think so.
Because I know that he has an intention to blow it up for.
Couldn't they just like ride in and then hide underneath the solar panels and slowly make their way to the base?
Oh.
Or wait, there's a giant fence around it.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say I can't remember. Is there a fence around the whole thing?
Get on it, son. That was a heck of a jump.
Mm-hmm.
Fun fact, I have a camel saddle at my house. I seriously do.
What? You're just now bringing this
Well,
up?
maybe it's not a full saddle. It's more of like a little seat
Okay.
that you put, I think, between the humps or on the humps, and it just allows you to sit there.
You're just now sharing this information?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know if we can ever use it because the chances of us actually like running into a camel in Kentucky are pretty slim. Yeah, we're from Kentucky. There you go.
It took the dude 3 camels to actually investigate.
Technically, he would have saw him right there.
Yeah, but don't worry, they threw in an extra.
Like I said, this is a good B action movie.
Yeah.
Although the perfect B level action movie is
I know what you're gonna say, so you can
Expendables 2. Although that's more of a straight action film. This is action adventure, so I can distinguish. They made awful good time riding out there with them camels to beat that train.
Uh-huh. But he was looking through a scope.
Hey, see that box right there with the gloves?
Yeah.
I've had to put my hands in one of those before. It is the most annoying thing in the world to get out of that.
Really?
Yes. Because, well, the one I was working with, it also had, like, gloves on the inside over top of those gloves. Because, like, it was at a medical facility. So, but, like, man, that was not fun to get out of. On the bright side, after a little bit, your hands get really sweaty, so it makes it a little easier. Oh, he's got very bad gun etiquette. Matthew McConaughey is good. He is not. I really need to learn that character's name. But,
Well, the character's name's Al.
Okay, Al. Al has his actor's name is Steve Zahn. Yeah. But, McConaughey's finger was not on the trigger. It was laying above it, which is good gun etiquette. However, Al's finger was resting on the trigger, which is very bad. I look for that in movies. You can also tell how they point weapons and where they point them at. That would be the crappiest position in that entire workplace. To work back there.
Well, I mean, those are all technically slaves anyway.
Yeah, but...
And POWs technically.
Would that actually work on someone? hit them once like
I've
that and it just
always
knocks
had
them
that
out.
thought.
Like, it would daggone hurt, but I don't know if it would knock someone out unless you caught them just right.
Yeah.
Well, that'll do it. You know, you think they would have had the foresight to, like, put lead down on the floor, yeah? A very thin layer of it, at least.
I don't. Well, I've. Well, and honestly, I still don't technically know what they're doing in this facility.
I think the solar facility is a front to get rid of nuclear waste, and he's getting paid to dispose of it. And since they're dumping it in a like war torn country, no one cares. Yeah.
So, is the barrels just so much that they can't keep up?
Well, the problem is the barrels are not sealed properly.
No, I
and they're
know, but
leaking.
are those barrels just eventually they have to dispose of those?
It probably is easier to pay him to just put those in a cavern than it is to dispose of it properly. So
Because they are disposing of them. It's just, can he not keep up with?
possible. And then he says, well, what this world needs is a good purge anyway. Not really. At all.
I love a good, incompetent politician in movies every once in a while.
One of those rare times where life imitates art.
Mm-hmm. Bet you if they were saying something important, it'd be in English.
That's true. You ever notice that a lot of bad guys who are like corporate people have TVs embedded into their walls?
Well, these TVs are useless.
Yeah.
They're so far away from his desk, and they're pointed on that direction.
That's true. I guess you could see him from there. Where's she sitting?
Yeah. I doubt they're his computer screens, but it's like when you go into a place, they have TVs running their ads.
Yeah.
Okay. There's my answer. Thank you, evil guy, for monologuing.
So he really can't keep up with the disposal rate.
Yeah.
I love how he just dismisses it straight out of hand.
I'm confused as why he's destroying the place now.
You know what he could have done if he was actually a smart person? He could have claimed that he found out this was happening, not mentioned he was the one doing it, cleaned it up, and looked like a hero in the sight of the entire world.
Mm-hmm. That's true too.
If he was a smart guy, he would have done it.
Well, at least he carries that $10,000 coin.
And
in
it
his
fits
boots.
perfectly. How would you not notice that?
Well, especially you'd have to look back eventually. And I mean, they have to start walking back.
Yeah.
You think you just turn around and figure it out by then. But also, they are kind of smart. They may have went that way.
Yeah.
Or maybe that way. It wasn't that epic. They're talking like it was the most epic thing they've ever done. He just scooted out the back of a tail bed. With the tail bed.
That would be very crappy to carry around.
Especially if you're handcuffed like that.
Yeah. That was a nice little touch right there.
Yeah.
We grabbed him, we looked at him with disgust. And that was the mistake.
So he's sending a small army to find these two guys, which are probably going to die in the desert anyway.
You can never be too careful.
I know, but
You know that old expression, one often meets his destiny on the road he takes to avoid it? Well, there you go.
okay. Never heard of that in my life, but
Really?
That's good. I like that.
It's like an ancient, either Chinese or Japanese proverb.
Well, yeah. Sorry, I'm American.
American.
Just get in it and slide.
Yeah.
I mean, but I will say this is exactly Uncharted
Oh, yeah.
because he always goes up he's always up against a small army for reasons like I'm gonna find you by sending just
This entire army.
Yep. There it is. I didn't even know that was. I forgot about this.
Now that would be crappy.
They're all people who like ski and snowboard down sand dunes. To me, if you did fall, that would hurt. Because sand's not snow.
Sand's a lot more compact.
Yeah, snow would you just. Hey, look, there's an airplane. See, once again, they recognize that this is ridiculous.
Now this is, let's just be honest here, the pinnacle of ridiculousness.
Yeah. No, yeah. This one, I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't mind the scene and I kind of like it, but this one is the one where I'm like, you know what? This, yeah, like you said, it does push it just a little bit.
It once again, it runs that fine line between it's not impossible, but
Yeah.
let's be honest here. You'd have to have like 70 mile per hour winds to be able to do that easily. You realize the lyrics to the song he was singing earlier mentioned Little Mermaid, and that mentions Magic Carpet Ride, which are both allusions to Disney things.
Sort of, but all I remember is back. I don't remember, but there was a NASCAR game. That was literally the song they played. It was their home screen.
Mm-hmm.
And that song, I heard it like a million times while playing that game. It got so annoying. He just said he's got chemistry here. Would it be like research or data?
Think we could ever get a sequel to this movie?
Oh, see, there's the coin. He gave him the coin. No.
No.
Um,
I figured I'd ask.
no, because I'm pretty sure this movie tanked.
Yeah.
And also,
Critics didn't care for it too much.
yeah, I think critics, audiences, even box office, it tanked really bad, actually. I mean, I haven't looked into it, but I'm pretty sure it did.
Oh, I just had a great idea that's probably never going to happen, but I think it'd be pretty great. This movie, crossover with National Treasure.
I don't think it would work.
I think it could.
Yeah, it wouldn't work.
And why not?
Because National Treasure is very, not horribly, but it is pretty Disney-fied.
I love that movie.
I mean, yeah, I liked it at the time. I haven't watched it since whenever.
Fun fact, it's also my dad's favorite movie.
When did that movie come out?
2004.
Yeah, so, like I said, I don't remember the last time I ever watched it. I liked it when I saw it in cinemas. Oh, okay. So he's just destroying it so he doesn't get
Yeah.
caught.
You blow it up. That was great.
Yeah.
Deal.
I love how he's just like, this is how it works usually. I just do my job. See, look, those are his computer screens. So he has to walk all the way over there. Make sure he typed it in right. And if he typed it in wrong, he's got to walk all the way. Well, I guess he's getting his steps in for the day.
I suppose. Here's the thing. Why take her? Why not just leave her there to die? Because she can expose you.
Because he's an evil man and
They like beautiful women.
yeah, exactly. Pretty much. Well, technically, well, never mind. Yeah, he doesn't have to take her. I was gonna say he's taking her because she knows about it, but yeah, he could have just left her there and
Could have just left her inside one of those
yeah, and let her get
pods.
blown up with the whole facility.
No one would like ever know.
Yeah, so once again, he's the bad guy.
Do they honestly believe in these type of movies though that like she'll come around to his way of thinking? You know?
I mean, it's true.
What's up, y'all?
At least he has a gun. Mr. Bat.
I don't think it happens in this movie, but I would like to mention that like I don't know.
No,
Okay, never mind.
You had to say it. You started it.
Okay, you know how whenever one person holds another person hostage with a gun to their head like that, and the other person has their gun trained on them, and they're like, "Put down your weapon."
Yeah.
Why don't they just fire? Because I'm pretty sure the human reaction whenever you get like shot, like everything I've ever seen, not just movie wise, but like not that I watch videos of people getting shot, but like everything I've seen, like your body automatically goes limp. You don't like seize up and pull a trigger. You know what I'm saying?
That is true. No, I understand. It happens literally in every movie, and I don't think they've ever. I don't think I've ever. I'm sure there's one out there where he does shoot first, but
There's a great I think it happens in Lethal Weapon 2 and the show The Blacklist. I think there's an episode where that happens.
no, I agree. Like, there's a lot of movies where they're like, "Put your gun down, or I'll shoot him."
Yeah.
Whatever.
And it's like, just fire.
Yeah.
And I hate it in movies whenever they're talking to the bad guy like that, and he takes the gun off of them, points it at them for half a second. I'm like, shoot. Yeah.
That's true too.
I'm like, what is wrong with you? Question, would that kind of cook him?
Yeah. It'd have to do something.
That was a reuse shot.
Yeah, those things would be like,
million degrees.
well, not a million, but they'd be really hot.
Yeah. He would have no skin on his hands. Also, he's a trained soldier. Why not just run up behind the dude and snap his neck? Just done.
Yeah.
Or dead leg him, grab his arm, and shove it into his own chest.
Get out, Al.
There's a lot of ways to do it, man.
They gotta pad out the runtime. Which I don't know. Where are we at? Hour 41.
Drop kick. You know, in the grand scheme of things, if you were going to go out, not such a bad way, as long as you died on impact.
Yeah.
It'd be really cool.
No. Okay. Yeah, he's dead. He still would be burned alive at that
Probably.
proximity. But you know what? It's okay. Uh-oh, your plan failed. What are you gonna do now?
Flee to Switzerland.
Wait, what? Does this guy just get away?
No?
Huh? Can't remember.
I remember what happens to him.
Don't remember.
Nope. Wheels on the wrong side. For Americans. For you sassy Brits, that's how it always is. Or Europeans, really.
Or postal workers.
That is true. Those of you who don't know, postal workers in America drive cars just like that. Well, not just like that, but we're talking about the wheel being on the right side.
Is there any driving in Uncharted?
Definitely the fourth one.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're climbing up that mountain or whatever.
Yeah. That, and there's another piece at the end. And then you drive a little Sea-Doo in the first game.
Oh yeah.
Second game, I don't think there's any.
I hated that Sea-Doo part.
Yeah, that was not fun. And AK-47s are not very accurate from medium range out. But if he placed his shots pretty well instead of just firing randomly, he could probably hit that windshield and do some damage, especially right there being so close.
Yeah. Once again, they've got to at least make 2 hours. We're at hour 45?
Something like that.
It may be. Hey, there you go. You didn't hit the windshield. But...
Or if he could destroy that back rudder, it wouldn't matter. It's a smaller target, but if you can stop it, helicopter's got nothing to force against the main blade spin, so it'd just spin out of control. Comprende? Yeah! Alright. Is that supposed to be dynamite?
I don't know what it is. I don't think it is dynamite.
Because depending on what it is, some stuff can't be. You can't make it explode just by shooting it.
Once again, it's Hollywood logic.
I don't know. And we're not supposed to think this deep into the movie, but it just is what it is.
Why did you stop in the first place? I think you would have. What happened to the? Oh,
They're probably trying to see if they got him.
but they stopped because of this.
Well, they would have had to find shelter anyway.
Well, yeah, but that's only there because the whatever dynamite loosened it up. No, that so never mind. That was just there. That dynamite didn't unearth that.
Knock some of the sand off of it. In you go, lads.
Of course it is.
Wouldn't that be crappy if a movie had something like this happen, but like it just killed like 2 out of 3 of them, just dead?
I would love to see it. I don't know. That's one thing. I love a movie that would do it like kind of literally, but also you got to realize if it did, the movie would be over in 5 minutes too.
That's true.
So you kind of have to. Hal does all the work in this relationship.
That's true. Take it easy, man. That thing's like 140 years old
Well, actually,
at the time of filming.
Well, no, yeah. I was just saying, I'm pretty sure after, even though he shoots it pretty good, it still comes out pretty intact.
Yeah.
Isn't there a bunch of gold in the lower decks, too?
There is.
Phantom Menace it. Phantom Menace it.
I don't know that this would actually work. But then again, if most of those guys are like, quote unquote indentured servants and stuff like that, then it may.
He's dead, and he's dead, and yeah, they're all dead. They all died. Horrible, slow deaths
Possibly.
of starvation, dehydration, and
Depends. These bones look like they have knife marks on them. Someone resort to cannibalism. I gotta say, Ensign Jameson didn't taste too bad.
there's a gold. Gold.
I love that little tink sound that added.
Lots of gold. Well, even if it didn't work, he could just buy the army himself.
True.
And he'd become the overlord of wherever they're at.
We could make our own nation that way, Andrew.
Where are they at now? It's not Lagos. Where's it at?
Mali.
Yeah, that's the word. Mali. Dirk Pitt. Emperor of Mali.
That's a terrible name. Dirk Pitt.
Kind of like it. Once again, this is a Dirk Pitt adventure. I don't know if there's more than one. There has to be, I guess.
Is this based off a book?
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. That's why most people... Well, that's one of the reasons audience, hated it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why most people hate movies based on books. Because, it's not like the books.
Nothing is ever like the books. In fact, I can only think of 2 examples where the movie is probably better than the book. Well, let me put it this way. 2 examples of widely loved, phenomenon celebrated books. And I'm not talking about just they took a book and made a movie out of the movie. It was good.
I know one of them you're going to say I would agree with. But
Lord
the
of the
other
Rings.
One, yeah, the other one depends on what you're going to say.
To Kill a Mockingbird.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Because people love that movie.
Yeah. It's not bad.
Hi there. This was a great fake out. I like how he tries to reach for it.
Is that a real explosion? Well, I mean, now it's not, but I think it was a little bit earlier.
Probably used a model.
Well, yeah. But... As long as they don't throw their weapons down, I'll be okay. But they probably are going to, aren't they?
It's kind of the universal sign of surrender, though.
I know, but I guess they think maybe there's more of them in there.
Maybe.
I love that.
Yeah.
Exactly. Database was successfully.
Little computer notification. Let's see.
I'm successfully upgraded. So I'm good for another
3 days until they push out another update. Sorry.
Oh, so that's why.
Okay, it makes sense.
That works. Greatest movie in the history of ever.
Take it easy. But it is a good movie.
Yeah, I have the book actually. Right there.
Really?
Yeah, it's over there.
That's awesome.
I found it at Goodwill for like $1.50.
Have you read it?
I read the first 2 pages and then I was like, you know what? I've got the movie. Why even bother? Maybe one of these days I'll get to it.
I will say the book of Jurassic Park is really good, and so is the movie, but they are very different. And Jaws, I believe, is based on a book.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
But I don't know if that book's like critically acclaimed, though. That's the thing. The movie is, but I don't know. I can't speak to the quality of that book. I have read Jurassic Park, though.
I can't find that book anywhere to read it.
Jurassic Park?
Yeah.
Yeah, it tends to get lost or stolen at libraries.
Yeah, I know, and yeah, exactly. Like I've tried to get it somewhere, and I never have been able to find it.
The only caveat about that book is like you'll read and it's like, this chapter is 20 pages. About 15 pages are words, 5 pages are just complex math problems.
Now I did find the Lost World at Goodwill too one time, but I didn't buy it because
Yeah.
I'm not a reader. They just gave it away. Actually, that was
That's kind of reparations.
actually that's a nice move. Great
Yeah.
human beings.
I'm sure they kept a box of it.
Oh, there. Trying to set up a franchise, but just didn't go anywhere.
They serve him his own
Okay.
water.
Uh,
Turns out the associate drinks it and dies. Actually, I don't know that this is, but if that associate was actually like the director, that would have been a great cameo.
So they just decide to poison him?
Yep.
Okay.
Give him a taste of his own mess. No, don't bump the table.
It's over. We've made it through.
Who would own a house there and never go to it?
How does she own it?
That's
she's a doctor for the WHO.
She must be like independently wealthy.
Or this technically may not be her house,
True.
but it's kind
Although
of implied.
It would have to be due to the setup.
Yeah, it kind of had to be implied. You do throw like a girl.
If there had been a sequel, I highly doubt she would be in it. That's the only sad thing. There you
got
go.
the car too.
All that gold was to pay for that single car.
Well, actually, maybe he just bought his own private islands.
That's true.
Because I'm sure they may have took some. Yeah, they
They had
to
to take a
some
box or something. So, any final thoughts?
I still like it. Like I said, never read the book. Maybe I never will. Because why would you? We have the movie. Just wait long enough, they'll make a movie out of all your favorite books.
Well,
Actually,
I will say, like, this movie, it's been a long, long time since I've seen it. This actually is a pretty good movie. I mean, it's not an Oscar winner or anything like that, but, like, it's entertaining, it's fun, and it has good characters. And,
this director directed The Last Witch Hunter, which I heard didn't do very well.
yeah.
Anyway, so final thoughts. This is the best Uncharted movie that we will ever see, and that's all I'm saying. Too.
I won't put that kind of verdict out yet, but
But it's true.
but it's a good movie, and you're right, it is basically an Uncharted movie. Maybe a bit cheesier, but not bad. Well, that's kind of all I had to say. It was a good movie. I'm happy we did a commentary. If you like this video, guys, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, sorry. Have a great day, week, month, year, whatever. Please tune in next time for another commentary. And this is Jared signing off. God bless.